side.
Yeah, you know how it is in the wrestling business.
Man.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Appreciate you. All right, so we're going to jump right on in
All right. Well, welcome
to
to the
the
Indy
Indy
Ring
Ring
Bros.
Bros.
This is episode 6 with me, John.
And me, Cam. And today we have with us Palmetto Championship Wrestling's founder and current co-owner, Shane Dorr. Welcome
So,
to the pod.
thank you for having me, fellas. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
I love to talk. I don't get enough time to talk at my own shows, so this is good.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. That's why they made me the referee, so I can't get on the mic because they no telling what I'll say.
We love to talk so much that we figured people on the internet want to listen to us do it, and that's why we're here. So, and we love to talk about all kinds of indie wrestling, wrestling in general. I mean, this kind of started as our passion project of just talking wrestling. So, I mean, we kind of gave you your own little intro, but why don't you introduce yourself to us? Because everybody else we've had on so far, we kind of knew from the locker room before. And I mean, I think, to be honest, I might have shaken your hand once before because I was at one of y'all's events, but who knows if I even met you, to be honest. So,
Dang. Well, I can tell you, usually, if you attend a PCW show and you don't shake my hand, I'm failing you. So hopefully that happened, right?
I'm going to assume it did for,
Yeah, yeah. Please, please. But no, guys, like you said, my name is Shane Dorr. I founded Palmetto Championship Wrestling in 2014, and since November 1st, 2015, we've been putting on shows all over the Midlands. Kind of expanding a little bit. Have a lot of expansion plans. So, we're proud to be one of the hottest independent companies in South Carolina, if not the entire Southeast. So I appreciate you both having me on the show.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys got it going on over there.
I mean, you were a hot grab for us because, I mean, you guys are so hot. I mean, especially with the training academy that you guys have. I mean, most of the people you see in the Southeast wrestling scene,
A lot of them are coming out of the academy
coming
right
out of,
now.
from you guys, and it's awesome. I mean, names like, Dirty J, you got Lynn. I mean, like,
You got Aaron Berry. What did Aaron train with you guys?
Aaron Berry.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Aaron told me that you are all five of his top five least people he likes in the world.
He said he has nothing. He said he has no good things to say about you.
Nothing but disrespect.
Aaron Berry's basketball career is like his wrestling career, a joke. Trust me.
Oh,
No, we don't need to talk about Aaron Berry, but yes, he is a graduate of the Palmetto Wrestling Academy. Gentlemen, guys, I cannot take credit for anything to do with the Palmetto Wrestling Academy other than give them the platform years ago when they started. Ethan Case, he is the breath and the backbone and the heart of that academy. Nothing happens with that academy without Ethan Case. Nobody comes out of that academy.
Sounds like somebody else we need to bring on the pod and talk about me as well.
I mean, if you know indie wrestling in the Southeast, you know who Ethan Case is. So,
oh yeah,
he is somebody I'm proud to not only have gone into business with years ago, but become one of my closest confidants and best friends in the whole world. So, absolutely amazing individual. I'm proud to know him. Yeah, he's just a good human being. And he puts out even better human beings from the academy, not just good wrestlers, but better humans. So, the academy is something really special.
Yeah.
And James Johnson, can't forget James Johnson. That's a big one.
Yeah. Didn't Sean Legacy train there too?
I don't know.
Sean Legacy trained with Ethan, and several others. Several others that I won't name because there's a little issues there, but people you'd be surprised that may not actually give credit where credit's due. I can attest to it that people that you see that are signed right now are there because of Ethan Case. So
that's great.
Absolutely amazing individual. So yeah, that was me, guys. I just want to make sure I give credit to the academy where it's due for sure.
We appreciate that. Well, I'm sure they appreciate it.
Well, I mean, you say that's you. I mean, really, you kind of talked about Ethan Case and how great he is. So, can we talk a little bit about like where you started, how you started? I mean, like the climb, the journey, because I mean, it's not an overnight thing.
You didn't just start in 2014 and go, "Hey, I'm going to start."
Yeah, and even 2014, that's
actually it did.
Yeah,
just like that, actually. So, I don't want to. Yeah, I've grown up a lot. Okay, this is 12 years ago, guys. I can tell you, Shane Dorr 12 years ago is not Shane Dorr 12 years that later, right? And I'm proud of that. I was never a bad person, but I've just matured and grown up a lot in
I
this
was
business.
14 12 years ago, so I've grown up a lot too. Same guy is not.
He's like 16 now. It's great.
Hey man, 12 years ago I was 22. Okay, so I'm not that old, believe it or not.
So
But
we're the same age. All right.
yeah, I'm still young, so I still claim that, right? But so in a nutshell, PCW started kind of as a passion project. I remember attending a show, an outdoor show, in Blythewood, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I remember attending that as a fan. And I happened to know the mayor of Blythewood at the time, a guy by the name of Mike Ross. And I was there with some friends of mine in the crowd, and I watched the show as a fan. And at the end of the show, I remember it as clear as day. I turned to my friend to my right and I said, "We can do this better." Now, this was without any experience, any money, anything, like no plan, just a vision, just a vision. I had no relationships in the wrestling business, not one. I didn't know anybody. So that was July of 2014. By July of 2016, we were a few shows deep, and we were running that show in Blythewood, South Carolina. So it's kind of like just a progressive story, but somewhere along the lines, between the vision, it just started with a small business loan, hopes and dreams, and being told that you can't, or being told that you shouldn't, or being told that you won't are three things that if you tell me, I'm going to do it, right? Just either out of spite or just to prove a point.
You're not going to make my mortgage payment this month.
You won't do it. You won't.
Well, okay, you call me on one, all right? Hey, brother. Hey, man, I'm just sitting here believing that somebody's going to pay your mortgage payment, all right?
Somebody, I hope.
Somebody's going to come along the way. But so I remember it was October 17th, and I remember this because it was my birthday. It was October 17th, 2014. So that show in Blythewood would have been July of 2014. October 2014, a couple months later, we wanted to have a show in the backyard, right? My best friend at the time is the nephew of the fabulous Moolah. Had her training ring from the 50s. Had it modded, set up in the backyard with a full setup. And October 17th, 2014, I was served with a cease and desist letter from the state of South Carolina by a police officer for not running a show that was licensed, right?
Got to get your license and
learn the hard way there. So that's what I mean, being told no. So fast forward November 1st, 2015, we had during that time that was a year. It was a year before our first show. In that span of time, I had leveraged some relationships, made some relationships with a local MMA gym there in the hood of Dentsville area of Two Notch Road. If you're familiar with Two Notch Road, not the greatest area, but a great community full of great people. And this person was a police officer who owned the MMA gym, and went in there blindly, sat down with him, told him my vision. I said, let's partner together and run shows. We'll run our first show out of your gym, out of your MMA gym. We turned his MMA gym into a professional wrestling arena for our first show, November 1st, 2015. Probably drew 50 people, but hey, 50 people at a first show without anybody hearing about you, that's better than some companies that I see still going today. So
hey, all I'm going to say, I'm not going to call out the company, but I just worked a show not too long ago that we had 7 people for the very first show of that promotion.
Brother, I am proud. I'm proud of that first show. There were some guys in that show that I had no relationships with. I had no relationships with any of them other than the few guys. James Johnson is one of the OGs that was with me, and a couple others. But I had guys. I don't know if are you familiar with the North Carolina scene at all? And
A little bit.
got Rex Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he was on there. A couple others, but yeah. Needless to say, we're better than what we used to be. But I'm proud to say we've never had less than 50 people in the crowd 12 years later. So
There you go.
we're doing something good. But
that's a benchmark for sure.
Yeah.
He knows it's going downhill if less than 50 people show up.
No, and here we are, 2025, with one of the absolute best locker rooms I can think of. And I don't say that in a biased manner, but if you don't know PCW unless you're behind that curtain, and our locker room is, I don't believe in drama. We don't have any of that nonsense. We don't have, any pettiness. Everything's very structured, organized, and planned, and just in a strategic schedule. I mean, it's just flawless.
I'm going to say thank you for instilling that in the locker room.
Oh, man.
Because I've never worked any of the PCW shows, but I work a bunch of shows in Augusta and Charleston area and stuff.
Yeah.
And I work with a lot of the guys that work in your locker room, and that gets brought to our locker room. And I greatly, because I've been in the locker rooms where it's nothing but politics and drama and ring rats.
Get started about
let's not talk about that in the last 6 months. Anyway, but yeah, I've been in those just wild locker rooms and I appreciate what you're cultivating there because it's helping in our locker rooms.
Well, I love to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, so while we're kind of on the topic, a fun question we like to ask guests, like in your opinion, what would be like some locker room fouls, some locker room, crimes, and like just straight up like, jail, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what are some
do's and don'ts of the locker room?
Right.
Pet peeves of the locker room.
I'm be punctual, right? If we set a time, show up on time. Show up a couple minutes early.
Yeah, my old high school band director always said, on time is early, early is on time is late is unacceptable.
That's a preaching a message.
Thanks.
So I would say punctuality is big for me. Don't create drama. Don't bring. You're at PCW. Don't bring XYZ company into my locker room. I don't care, right? At that point, I don't care. Like this is strictly PCW. I don't care what you did at the other company. It's not me. Don't disrespect people that come before you. That's a big thing, right? People that have paved the way, or people that have kind of I don't want to say pay their dues, because everybody in our locker room continues to pay their dues no matter their level of veteran, right? So just don't be disrespectful to anybody. Treat everybody, it's the golden rule, right? Remember elementary school, treat others the way you want to be treated. Yeah. That's kind of a mantra of mine.
We have one in our locker room that kind of goes along with that you shake everybody's hand in the locker room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't care who they are, if this first time they've been on the card or they're the top veteran on the card. I don't care. You're going to shake their hand.
That's it. Don't, I can't stand braggadocious. Don't be bragging. Like, I don't care how many, I don't care how many belts you're carrying. I don't care how much money you're making. I don't care to hear about any of that. And just, be your brother's keeper, man. That's a way of life. Be safe. And clean up my locker room when you leave.
Don't leave it dirty.
I knew something was coming out.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Like you'll see me end the show and go in the locker room, grab something out, and just like chuck it across the gym. Take that outside. Just just. And our staff's really good about it. I just joke with them if I see one bottle behind, but honestly,
every bottle matters. I mean, every bottle matters.
Hey, I'm not going to name any names on here because I don't want to call nobody out.
I'll call him out. Aaron Berry.
We had somebody in our locker room that got their hair cut in the locker room, like got their head shaved in the locker room, and then before the show started, and then left their hair all over the fucking locker room until the end of the show. Now, granted,
You said the F word.
Oh, did I? Oh,
Wow.
I am so sorry.
Wow. What the? No.
Bro, what?
Thank you. I am so sorry.
No,
Thank you for catching. You need to bleep that.
He said he's not going to call them out, but can you take a wild guess as to who it was?
Left their hair, shaved their head bald.
Shaved their head bald, left it in the locker room until the end of the show, all over the floor. I'll tell you.
It wasn't Aaron Barry. He's bald.
Yeah, it was.
It sure was.
How did I know? And you know what's awesome? You know, PCW. One or two of our people are actually barbers. They bring the chair, like everything, and they clean up. That's so maybe this person wasn't able to be at that show with yours, but
I want to say, do you know Andre?
Which one? Scaro?
I think so. Like just came out of training, just had his first with D'Angelo or something.
And then he just fought Lynn, I think, too, as well.
Yeah, he had his first match at our show.
Was it at y'all show?
Yeah. It wasn't with D'Angelo, but Scaro, Andre, he was actually our referee.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So he was the one cutting Aaron's hair in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
cool. That's Scaro's fault. I can't even fault Aaron Barry.
He had to ref that night and cut Aaron's hair.
Oh my gosh,
it was a tragedy.
Good kid though, man.
No, he is. He's a really good kid. He's as much as he doesn't like to ref, he's a really good ref.
He is.
Yeah,
he is. I'm like, man, you should put those stripes back on. He's like, oh no. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I tried. Yeah, but yeah, he's probably one of the most likable people.
I've worked a few shows with him recently in Somerville. It was Airmore Takeover. They were starting something.
Yeah, man. And it's speaking of that, Cam got the loudest pop of the event coming out as the referee.
The ref got the loudest pop. It was great for me.
Yeah.
Not so great for the show.
Yeah, dude.
But great for me. Good confidence.
It was the second match he was repping. And then somebody in the crowd was just like, hey, that's that ref. Go, ref, go. Like the crowd just went nuts. The cat got up in the turnbuckle.
Wrestling, right? Wrestling.
Hey, man, that's what it's about.
Y'all met Florida Man, too?
Oh, love Florida Man.
He was there. He was there at that event. Yeah.
Florida Man and Dre, both of them are hilarious. They're great guys.
We were supposed
how about Jake Parker?
I don't have him met him.
No quit Jake Parker?
No, I haven't met him yet.
Yeah.
He's our heavyweight champion. He's a scumbag, but he's a must-have on your show.
Yeah. Well, let's make it happen.
Yeah, Jake is he's probably he's a great success story. So actually pulling back the curtain a little bit, right? Just a little bit. We're based out of Camden, South Carolina right now, and there's a popular restaurant in Camden, exclusive to Camden, called Steeplechase, and he's actually one of the head servers there.
Oh, very cool.
And he's our heavyweight champion, so it's like a match made in PR heaven, you know. So he's absolutely amazing in that regard. He's great success story too, man, because he was, I want to say, at one point in his life, he was pushing or at 300 pounds, like an overweight fella. Yeah. And now he's probably every bit of 230 cut. I'm like jacked, just a 6'3", 6'4" guy with long hair. I mean, has the look. I mean, if you were to look at this guy, you'd be like, that's a champion. He's it. And he's somebody that I am proud to have representing our company. But yeah, so
even though he's a scumbag.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. You know, turned his back on everybody in Camden last month, so we won't talk about that.
So I heard something. Did you? And this is so off topic. Did you say that your birthday is October 17th?
It is.
Am I correct that y'all's next show, or y'all have a show coming up October 17th at a ballpark?
Define irony, right?
That's awesome. And that was
I'm,
the day you first tried to start a show?
I'm telling you. I'm
That's
telling you.
awesome.
A lot of people don't know that detail though about the start in the show, but I'll never forget being served on my birthday by the cop. I'll never forget
awesome. It's just like come full circle for the ballpark.
it. It's so weird, man, because like in Kershaw County at the time, I don't know if we still do because I still live in Kershaw County, but we had constables.
Yeah.
He was called a constable.
And that's who came out to serve you?
I was like, dang, this is weird. I'm like, man, bro, is that serious? I'll never forget it. But dude, man, you just gave me chills thinking about that.
Yeah.
That's probably a detail I would have overlooked. But
yeah, just connected it. I'm just like, that's wild. The irony.
And that's all part of our. I alluded to it earlier. I have big expansion plans for PCW. I plan on my goal is to be all over the state of South Carolina. And I'll go to any state that calls me. I've had some inklings in New York, Florida. Ain't nothing but a truck and pack up and go.
Truck and trailer and let's ride.
I'm telling you, like we're no state is too far from where we're willing to do what we're willing to do now. Yeah. We have a lot of momentum right now and a lot of good talent come through the locker room from all over. Rios de la Sangre, oh God. If you followed him on the scene, Jay Rios or whatever you want to call him, absolutely one of the best additions. We actually, fun story, we actually booked him first for a show in October of 2023 against a guy, you might not know him, Lindsay Dorado, no big
no big deal.
No big deal. It was Lindsay Dorado versus Jay Rios. And brother, I'm telling you, I was like, my God, we just booked a WWE match in the main event of the show. This match was insane.
Awesome.
And I get chills thinking about it. And, loved Lindsay, loved Jay. And I know we're going completely off topic. That's usually how this goes.
No, that's what this is so like laid back.
Yeah.
Let's just talk wrestling.
This is so I'm just missing my bourbon.
I'll get you a bourbon, bro. Take you a break.
Nah. The kids are asleep. I got them sleeping now. But so Jay Rios versus Lindsay Dorado in a main event of PCW Saturday the 14th. I'll never forget that because that was a pun on Friday the 13th, right? Yeah. So Saturday the 14th. And we loved Lindsay, loved Jay, and just got talking to Jay a little bit more. And it just kind of that relationship cultivated there at that moment. And coming up in the next year, it was 2024. We did a little graphic that said Jay Rios has signed a short-term contract with Palmetto Championship Wrestling, and here we are, year and a half, 2 years later. He's been with us ever since. Like this guy, flight. He's here in a flight. He comes here, hangs out. He's been an absolute amazing addition to the locker room from experience and just locker room culture, a leader, and he's anybody would want to have on their show. So yeah, definitely looking at using him, but I don't know where we were going with that, but Jay Rios is an absolute amazing individual.
See, this is what I'm trying to hear about. This is why we're doing the pod, is to try and put over promotions and wrestlers. And you're doing exactly.
Rios is a scumbag too because he turned on PCW. Yeah, I don't know.
You got a lot of scumbags over there at PCW. I don't know.
Man, I'll tell you, last month was the most. All right, here's a nice little insider info for you. So I'm probably the only promoter, only owner in independent wrestling or wrestling that doesn't know what's going to happen on their own show.
You're not writing your show?
I haven't known a detail about a PCW show since 2017, since Ethan Case has come in this place. Ethan Case is actually head booker.
Well,
and he has like I don't want to say infatuation, but he just gets a rise out of popping me, bro. Like everything he does, he watches for my reaction because he knows it's authentic. I'll be like, Ethan, what do you think of this? He's like, sounds good. I'm like, well, you gonna tell me? No, just one of the I love not knowing what's gonna happen at these shows because every fan can look at me because I'm seen, I'm present, and they know that my reaction is as authentic as it gets. But I say that to get to the point where Ethan's kind of he's been leading the academy, blah blah blah, and the majority owner comes in, Liam Van Zandt, if you've been following him, majority owner with us other three, and it's kind of thrown PCW upside down on the inside. So you have Liam Van Zandt leading with Ethan Case, turned on James Johnson, the Dawson brothers. If you're familiar with tag team wrestling, the Dawson brothers, probably I call them the modern day natural disasters.
To say, I love watching them.
Oh, they're so good, but they've joined along with Ethan Case and Rios de la Sangre and Jake Parker. So everybody you loved at one point last month completely turned against everything that they've known. So we kind of got a little bit of a kind of got a little upside down. No pun intended. I'm a huge Stranger Things fan. It's a little upside down in PCW, so we'll see where this goes.
Well, I can say that you're not the only owner around here that doesn't know what's going to happen before the show. But I will say that I know what's going to happen like 30 minutes before the show, but until day of and locker room, I have no idea what's happening.
Well, you get a 30-minute notice more than I get, brother, because I don't know anything.
That's what I'm saying. You got me by 30 minutes.
And I tell you, man, it's so funny because Ethan is he's such a freaking creative genius. But he'll write down the match card out, and it's not what he's got written out.
Not at all.
I'm like, man, this guy is that good. Like that's just something like, oof, it gives me chills thinking about it, man.
It's special when you get somebody like that can write stories and put these things together and book a card that. Don't let go of that. Hold on to it.
And when Ethan came on all those years ago, I kind of just gave him the reins, man. Like, listen, you got the experience, you got the business, you know who, what would fit well in this company. Every month, here's your budget. Go make your magic happen. And he does it every month. And it's absolutely amazing.
That's fantastic. So you told us you went to a show with a friend and that's how you got the inspiration for PCW. Were you a wrestling fan as a kid? Like, did you grow up watching wrestling or like how?
So I'm one of those fans that grew up in rural upstate New York, the mountains, and we were channel flippers, man. WCW, WWF, WCW, WWF. We as you got closer to the city, 4 hours to the city, you'd be your WWF fans, but when you got out in the country where I'm from, man, we actually appealed more to the WCW side of the business. For it was the Stings and the Lugers and the Halls and the Nashes and the Lucha, the cruiserweights. We just appealed more to that style.
So you were watching wrestling, not wrestling.
That's right. But I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say I remember I think WCW was 8 to 11, and then WWF at one point was 9 to 11.
Yes.
And I would flip, like I was supposed to go to bed at 9, but I found myself in the bed, turned my TV down all the way down, and flipped the channel, to watch what the WWF product was going. And what I remember from the WWF product was, God, dog, those signs, there were signs everywhere, and the crowd was rabid, and they were just loud, and just like the pops you saw on television, was just invigorating. Yeah. I watched them both. Sting's my all-time favorite. Sting is my all-time favorite. I've loved Sting through his duration of his entire career. The WWF side.
I really love Sting in TNA.
Dude, do not overlook the Insane Icon. So a lot of people forget about that little window in there. Dude, I was like, my God, if Steve Borden portrayed the Joker.
I was going to say, it's the Joker and Sting. It's just incredible.
I could hear the promos, man. And Sting in TNA was absolutely incredible. I remember the debut. It was absolutely awesome. And then on the WWF side, I was a huge Undertaker fan. Undertaker is my all-time favorite on that side of the business too. Just because you just don't come across many 7-footers, 6'10", that can do what he did and at the speed he did, and was super, super smart in the ring. Ring psychology was top notch.
Sting was somebody I always wanted to see come over to WWE. And then when he did it, after it was said and done, I was so disappointed that he even
ruined him. They ruined it.
One of my all-time favorite wrestling gimmicks, anything, is Sting pulling off the Sting mask.
Oh yeah,
and he's done it 20, 30 times, and
it's great. It's always him,
and it's just like.
Or when he's in the crowd, he's sitting in the crowd with a Sting mask on. He takes it off, and it's bro, you're over. You reveal yourself to be yourself. You're good.
But I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite gimmicks. That good stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely a huge Sting fan. WWE, and man, they had everything going right. I remember it was Survivor Series when he made his debut, and I think it was Survivor Series. Yeah.
It was Survivor Series. It was November. It was.
And I remember the camera angle, his music hit, and the camera zoomed all the way out, and you saw this little figure at the entranceway. I'm like, oh, and then it pulled in. I'm like, man, that is cinematography.
You heard the crow, and it was beautiful.
Okay.
And you had such high hopes that we're going to get Taker versus Sting or something good, and then it's. The NWO gets put down, and then we get Seth Rollins supposedly injured.
And you remember when it was it that match? No, it was a different match I'm thinking of. God, speaking of Seth Rollins, what was the match where that Shield music hit and he came out? It was so random. He came out in the Shield. That was recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's done that recently. I can't remember what it was for. I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember.
I don't know if it was a Cody match or something.
No, I think it was Roman.
Was it Roman? Was it WrestleMania? It wasn't WrestleMania. No, it wasn't WrestleMania.
I think it was just so random. I'm like, what in the world?
But leading up to WrestleMania
to try to get in Roman's head.
Yeah.
But all right. So real quick, I just want to do.
But going back to Sting and Sting.
5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Sting.
But going into Sting's debut in All Elite Wrestling was, during COVID, and the snowflake and the snowflakes and the music and the Tony Schiavone, the first time authentic, it's Sting. That was my childhood all back over again, and it was absolutely incredible. I think his All Elite Wrestling run was probably the ultimate way for his career to finish up. It was just absolutely amazing
to watch him working with Darby Allin, and incredible.
I don't think they ever lost.
No, and for him to be able to help put over somebody else coming up that much, and give Darby all the credit in the world because he's got all the talent in the world. But Sting,
but Sting was jumping off scaffoldings, jumping off ledges at 60 years old. You got to give that man credit.
Yeah, insane.
Oh yeah.
So I definitely think Sting was given the right send off with All Elite Wrestling. I think he felt like it came full circle with the TNT stuff, and I think Tony Khan's got an unbelievable product. A lot of people may, express their opinions about it, right? But I think, especially in its inception, the first couple of years, All Elite Wrestling was I think the best product in television at the time.
At the time, I agree. Now, they're doing okay.
It's getting better. It is getting better.
Hopefully, they're on the uphill.
I think I'm obviously not on the inside, but I think Tony's kind of maybe established a hierarchy in that locker room to where maybe people are handling certain duties that maybe he doesn't feel like he's got to handle anymore. Yeah. And it reflects. I think the whole product is the best it's been since the start of it. So we'll see where it goes.
Then they just broke a record at the O2.
Yeah, it was 18,000.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I just saw that. With
WWE would have been 32,000 people.
They counted all the workers, the kitchen crew.
No, they just got 16,000 across 2 nights.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, see.
All right, so we've been talking a lot about different characters and different people. Tell us a little bit about your company. PCW. Where can we find you guys? What shows do y'all have coming up? All that kind of stuff.
Shameless plug time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can follow us on all of social media, PCW at PCW of SC. That's in everything. So that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, X, anything you can think of. We do shows once a month on the fourth Saturday in Camden, South Carolina, since April of 2023. We've been there every single month, all the way through, as of now, it's going to be December of 2026. So we have shows all the way up through the end of next year. Next show is September 27th. That's PCW Eye of the Storm. Guest hosted by Watch Fox 57 meteorologist Will Rowe, aka Will's Weather in South Carolina. Huge social media following, so he's great. Follow him at Will's Weather.
You find him in the comments. I'll tag him down below.
That's right. And then October 17th is a special show that's part of our expansion plans and partnering with other organizations. But we've partnered with the Lexington County Blowfish for Grand Slam at the Lex in Lexington, South Carolina, at Lexington County Baseball Stadium, October 17th, 6 o'clock doors, 7:05 bell time. 7:05, like that.
Hey, I like it.
That's huge. And I mean, once again, happy birthday to you on that show. I'm sure the crowd will sing it to you. That's huge. I mean, have you guys been in a baseball?
Yeah, is this y'all's first baseball
show?
Funny you say that. We were supposed to actually do it with the Columbia Fireflies. We were actually partnered with the Fireflies as well recently, and they had us. We were going to do a show pregame on the concourse there at Segra Park. Rain didn't have any part of, didn't want us to have any part of it. So, and then ironically, that didn't pan out. We left. A couple days later, I get a call from my old buddy. He actually works for the Lexington County Blowfish. He was like, "Hey, come to our networking meeting." They're doing a networking event. Needless to say, I went there in Lexington, just showed up, in PCW gear, and I've shook hands with more money in Lexington County than I can imagine. I'm talking heads and presidents of chambers of commerces and different chambers and big time politicians in South Carolina, and one of them was the owner of the Lexington Blowfish, and immediately we just headed off, and we didn't even have anything in concrete yet. We just went out, started looking at the field, and he went and told all of his buddies, all of his bigwig buddies, like, "Hey, we're gonna have wrestling here in October, right there at home plate." And like, there's no even. All he had was, "Hey, this is what it costs. This is what we're gonna do." And he's like, "Sign me up. I want it." So that's where it was. So we're definitely excited and anticipating the an amazing experience. He wants 1,000 people in the crowd. And I said, "Brother, are you?" And I don't got to do any sort of promoting.
Everybody can want 1,000 people.
How many?
I mean, it's
on average. How many do you guys draw in Camden?
350.
350. Oh, that's a great number.
That's fantastic.
Fantastic number.
Yeah,
it's been 353 legitimate sellouts in for 3 straight months.
Fantastic.
Back pre-COVID, we were up in the 550s. We were outdrawing the PWXs of the world, which was, if you consider the name value on some of their shows, it was a pretty good win.
So
God, I do miss PWX.
So perfect segue because you mentioned PWX here. So the game I was mentioning here is something that we've played with every one of our guests so far. Your freebie here is going to be PCW. How many wrestling acronyms can you name? And I'll go ahead and tell you the low score is Cam with 13. And I mean, it's pretty easy. Like I said, you got PCW, WWE. Those are your 2 gimmies. I won't tell you the high score
until the end.
But you're not. I mean,
if you get it, I am highly impressed.
Kudos.
You can't tell me what the high is?
All right.
No, you want to go ahead? I don't care.
I'll go ahead. High score is D'Angelo with 70.
I ain't beating that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't come close. I got 13. Bro.
Yeah, Cam got 13. I think Aaron got, 17? Cowboy got 34.
We've had some people in the 50s. So it's been kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I think TJ was in the 50s.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, TJ. You know TJ Era?
TJ Era, another graduate.
Yep. So he was like 52, 53, something like that.
Yeah, he was pretty high up there.
Pretty up there.
Wow. That's a lot.
Listen, and I mean,
I'm not so sure D'Angelo wasn't just making up acronyms at one point.
they're just throwing W's on them, like AAW, ABW, ACW.
I'll give my best.
All right, so
there's no timer either. Just kind of, as they come to you, and we'll see what we get.
So you got two. You got PCW and WWE.
Okay.
And it's acronyms, not promotions. Just straight up acronyms.
Okay.
Which is huge.
Yeah, I'm almost like, do I do this geographically? Do I do this how it comes to me? All right. So ROH. Do I just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. ICW. TWG. WCW. WUE. PCW. I know these are my freebies, but I got to name them because I got to feel accomplished. NWA. TNA. GCW. CZW. IWA. Did I say IWA yet? No, I don't think I did. What's the one in Germany? WXW. Does Rev Pro count? Is that not an acronym?
Probably not. An acronym, doesn't count.
But a different X that you haven't thrown in the list yet.
PWX.
There you go.
Viral Pro Wrestling, VPW.
Yep.
MCW. MCW for Maryland, MCW for Micro. If you technically want to be the one in Canada, border, BCW.
So you've officially tied.
You're at 17 now.
Absolutely.
Tied Aaron Barry.
ACCW for Apple Championship. Turbo goes by Turbo. They're not an acronym. Full Impact Pro, FIP. Evolve, NXT.
So that's 20.
Deadlock, DPW. House of Hardcore, HOH. House of Glory, HOG.
I'll give you another hint here to help you out. The guys we work for / with, and if you can't remember, I'll be slightly offended, but it's okay.
I was gonna say Black Label. That
I'll give you a hint. It's in Augusta.
Yeah.
BLP in Augusta.
That's another one.
And it's really close to your acronym.
What's in Augusta? The Viral Pros in Thompson.
But now Viral is in
Thompson.
Oh well,
Virals in Thompson.
That's on the other side of Augusta. I consider that kind of Augusta, but whatever.
You have to give that to me.
I'll give it to you. PWE.
Oh, Jesus.
Like I said, slight, but it's okay. We'll move on.
No, I understand. He's 34 years old like I am, and that's how your brain works at this age.
A1W Alpha.
Which one was that?
Shakara. Shakara was an acronym, I think.
Okay.
The guy in Guitar Pro Wrestling, QPW. Canadian Wrestling's Elite, CWE. Oh, geez.
While he's thinking, just shout out to all these guys. I mean, that's the point of this podcast. Yeah. We love to reemphasize it. Any indie wrestling organizations, and you happen to be out there listening and think, hey, there's one near me, throw it in the comments. I mean, I want to hear all of them.
East Coast Pro Wrestling, ECPW.
Yeah.
Victory Pro, VPW.
You're missing a major promotion right now.
WCW. Oh, AEW.
Yeah, all right, you're 31 right now.
And I wasn't even thinking about AEW, but and another one.
PWS, Pro Wrestling Syndicate.
There you go.
That's not the one you were thinking of. What am I missing? NWA, TNA. I said those.
Yeah.
AEW.
It's a 4-letter acronym.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
CMLL.
That's not it, but that's
but a good answer.
I'll give you a hint. Think geographically.
Globally.
Lovely. Is it in England?
No.
Oh,
if I say the country, it gives it away.
Yeah, definitely. But because it's in the name.
Yeah.
Let me keep going before I forget where I'm at. I'll end up probably. I hope I name it.
Yeah.
My best friend in the business, AML. Got to give AML a shout out. Love Tracy Myers. Can't believe I didn't name him first. Sorry, Tracy, if you ever hear this.
You tied James Hunter at 34.
Oh, which one? The referee or the other one?
Promoter. Yeah, the referee or the other. Yeah, there's two James Hunters. I forget. We've had this conversation going down the road.
The referee is the other one.
The Cowboy.
Oh, let me beat James Hunter. OVW.
There you go.
You know, the guy that runs the promotion that you forgot about?
You said y'all. You said PWE.
Yeah. He said, when I said James Hunter, he was going, the guy that runs PWE.
Oh, yeah. Well. ECW.
Yeah. So that's
good.
Anarchy Championship, ACW. There's an SWA at one time here. I'm running low.
You're doing fantastic.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Triple can score.
Premier PWF, Premier Wrestling Federation. I think I'm.
Again, major one that you're leaving out here.
I'm going to say Pacific Ocean. It's a real big hit.
PCW Ultra?
No, but that's another. That's 40.
Pacific Coast Wrestling is at PCW. IPW. That's Impact Pro. How many I got? I feel like I'm running
41.
Very respectable score.
But
you're going to be real mad.
You're going to be real mad when we say the other one.
Yeah, if you don't.
CWF.
Okay.
CWF. Roger Gleek used to run a company called CWA. Why do I feel like I'm missing something that I shouldn't be missing?
Because you are.
There's one in Savannah.
And JPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That's the one. There we go. If I said Japan,
yeah, that's what we were looking for.
There's one in Savannah, Georgia, that I don't think you've mentioned yet.
Limitless Pros LPW. One in Savannah.
What's the name of the group that's running that?
I'll be honest, of all of our guests that have played this game, you've gotten the most help and assistance.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that.
That's
what this game's all about.
Yeah.
Did you say I've gotten the most help?
Yeah.
But I got 13, so it's like
Cam got no help because we didn't have a guest, and I had made Cam play the game, and I just let him bail at 13. And then D'Angelo came on the next week and laid out 70 and made him feel extra bad about himself.
That's because D'Angelo is a student of the game, man. That just speaks a testament to D'Angelo.
The one in Savannah, run by Exotic Youth.
MLW.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know about his eye? You need to check out his Youth. Those guys are entertaining as all get out.
Yeah, I don't know that company.
Coastal Empire Wrestling.
So see,
yep, never heard of that one.
All right, so we're at 45.
I mean, I feel like if you want
Florida Championship, FCW.
There we go, 46.
Nice.
Every time he thinks he's out, he's back in.
He's back in.
I said Major League Wrestling, MLW.
Oh, you haven't said MLW yet.
I said that under my breath about 5 minutes ago.
Well, you see, it just resonates. It's just starting to resonate. I said CMLL.
Yep.
Micro Championship. I said. I said the Deadlock.
You're on the podium right now.
Yeah, no, facts.
You're on the podium.
Bronze medal right now.
Yeah. What's the ICW over there in England or Ireland or where Osprey was? Is that ICW?
Yeah.
I haven't said that one. I'm out. Yo, my brain is fried.
That's 48.
Super.
You did phenomenal.
Awesome score.
Yeah, I'm. Now I got all these letters going through my head right now.
That's going to mess with you for the rest of the night.
But all right, so moving into our penultimate segment here. Good word.
Is that the word of the day? Penultimate.
I want to do like a little mini draft here. We'll start with Cam, and then go to me, and then go to you, and then we'll snake draft back, and we'll all have 3 picks. And the theme of the draft is going to be entrances, specific entrances, not just on a broad scale. I
like that.
Specifically, whenever you saw them, I mean, to the best of your knowledge. I mean,
that makes it more difficult.
Like I saw this person at this event and it blew my mind. That's kind of what we're going for.
All right.
So
it's got to be stuff. It's got to be entrances I've witnessed in person.
No.
You don't have to have been at the show, but you've seen on TV or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
So I get to go first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Cody Rhodes' entrance, AEW coming out, smashing the throne.
Solid. Good pick. I don't even watch AEW, and I've seen that clip.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Shane?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you have to.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be my number one because it was just to watch that and with AEW trying to step up and battle WWE, to see the shot being fired. Just an absolute, it was a cannon shot just directly at him. This is what we're doing.
And you see where he's at now.
Back home.
So with my first pick, I'm going to pick, it wasn't even directly into a match. It was an entrance into them being there pretty much. And that's the Wyatt Six. I mean, you got to give it to them. The Wyatt Six returning at the end of that Raw. I mean, where they literally murdered Chad Gable and then he was back alive the next week. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Wyatts. I don't think I told you that, Shane, but Bray Wyatt's my favorite all time. And that, I mean, I've rewatched just that segment, which I'll consider an entrance as long as y'all will allow me to have it. Because just cinema. I mean, I'm going to be a horror movie director, and they are huge influences on me and how they're doing it and what they're doing there with the Wyatts and their entrance in general. But I said no general picks, so it was their entrance back into the scene on that Monday Night Raw.
I would have to go CM Punk, AEW, The Last Stand.
Okay.
Or is it The Last Stand? No. What was the name of that episode of was it Collision? His return, his debut, his return back.
Oh yeah.
The Last Dance. Dance.
That's it.
It was in Chicago. I remember where I was when I was watching it live. That return after 7 years. First of all, AEW sold out that arena on a rumor. And I remember the build up to it. And then once that music hits, that cult of personality, that static hit, I'm pretty sure I had an out of body experience at that moment in my life.
Nice.
I remember where I was when I was watching it, and I challenge everybody to go back and watch that entrance because, and there's a great behind the scenes video of that entrance where they were calling out which camera to hit, which camera to turn to during the entrance. And if you go back and watch that entrance in totality, the the presence that he had and the aura that he had in that entrance, and it was just an unreal visual. So I think that would be my first pick off my memory.
All right, cool.
CM Punk's return.
Well, like I said, we established we're going to snake draft it, so you get your second pick here as well. So what do you got? Because I've already got my second pick locked and loaded.
I got to go iconic, and it's anytime that glass shattered. The glass shatters for Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, specifically, there's one I can remember where just the reaction of the crowd. I'm pretty, Vince was involved, everybody was involved. It seemed like, and all of a sudden that glass hit, and he made his entrance, and he came down through the boot and hit Pat Patterson with a chair there in the aisle, and just stunned everybody. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, without a doubt, probably the most iconic sound intro.
Oh yeah,
in pro wrestling.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you hear glass shatter, that sound.
Oh yeah,
it's about to go down.
All right. Well, for my second pick, I'm going to go with a Royal Rumble entry here. I believe it was the 2023 Royal Rumble when Edge made his return.
You stole it. I was going to pick it.
My goodness. I mean, talk about a pop.
Talk about goosebumps.
Man.
Being gone that long, dude, that thing, oh my gosh. And so, that was, he had the hair.
I got to say something about this, though, because I was mad. I'm the only person that was probably mad that Edge returned. All right. Because until he returned that day, got the privilege to say I got to be at Edge's very last match.
Oh.
I got to see Edge in Atlanta for WrestleMania, him win the title, and then he goes on Monday night and relinquishes the title. I watch his very last match, and I'm holding on to this. That was from my childhood. And I say childhood, I think I was like 20. But childhood, basically.
Who's to define childhood?
But then when he came back, I mean, you talked about earlier, out-of-body experience.
Oh, man.
Bro, couldn't believe it.
And you could see the emotion on Edge's face when he comes out, like he was about to lose it, man.
Oh yeah, and then his run he had immediately after, where the sitting on his mountain of omnipotence. I mean, it was so good. But all right, Cam, your second and third pick.
My second and third pick. All right, my second pick is going to be WrestleMania 34, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon intro together. I want to say that was the one against
on the bike?
On the bike, bro. I loved it. I'm a huge Triple H guy, like my number one guy, Trip. And I loved it, man.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick. The Triple H had some iconic wrestling entrances.
No doubt.
I mean, of all of them to pick, I mean, that one's kind of bold over.
No, bro, I love it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Good pick.
You couldn't even do the Terminator one?
Yeah, that's what
I mean, he's got some good ones, but I mean,
yeah, but all right.
Whatever.
But what's your third pick?
All right, before I do third pick, I'm giving honorable mention, and only because I think it's the funniest entrance I've ever seen in my life, besides Titus O'Neil's Royal Rumble entrance.
Good pick.
Sliding under the ring, is Vince McMahon's entrance that was unplanned at the Royal Rumble between Cena and Batista when he comes out and tears both quads during his entrance.
Oh yeah,
and he's yelling at him, directing traffic from his rear end.
Oh yeah, good
gold,
stuff. Good stuff.
Gold.
Love.
And you know what? Give it to him to be able to tear both quads and sitting there and still keep things going.
Yeah, man.
So,
but all right, your final pick.
My final pick. I gotta pick one.
Yep. Your final pick, and I've already got mine locked and loaded, and
I got mine too. And if one of you say, I'm pissed.
Just because it was so memorable of a moment. It's not because of the entrance itself; it's because of the moment. I'm taking Sting Survivor Series return or final debut in WWE.
You knew that was going to be his pick.
That wasn't my pick.
Oh,
but it was my wrestler.
It's his wrestler. So I'm taking him as my last one. He should have been my first one.
So for my final pick, I'm going comedical here. Because all the other two I picked, iconic, obviously, but this is iconic in a different way because it's talked about all the time and everybody references it. It's whenever Jeff Hardy came out and started doing the dance while Matt Hardy was just getting beat up in the ring, and he took his time with that dance and then come out and save Matt. Like he was eating it up, and Matt's just getting his kicks,
I still watch that video to this day.
Like iconic entrance, like you can't really beat it. It's
that's great.
It's so funny, man. Like if you go back, there's one. I want to say it was the day the Hardys returned to WrestleMania in that tag team match in the ladder match.
Yeah,
and it's like if you watch Matt Hardy has like schizophrenia or bipolar because he goes from version 1 and he goes to delete, and he's like doing all of them as he walks down the aisle.
Like I don't know which way they're going with their gimmick yet, so I'm just doing everything.
Do it all. Throw it all.
We'll see how it goes on Monday.
That was my final pick, as Jeff Hardy dancing down to the ring to save Matt, but it did just
so good. My number one pick is an iconic moment in my professional wrestling life as a fan. It's Sting. It's Starrcade '97.
Ooh.
Okay.
WCW.
Before I was even born.
Okay. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the entrance? I think it was Sting and Hogan. Yeah. Hollywood Hogan.
I remember it.
If you watch the entrance, the build-up, Sting hadn't talked for a year.
Yeah, he's been crowing in the rafters, not saying a word.
Sting hadn't talked for the year. The arena went dark, and I remember the lightning and the thunder, and then Sting descended, slowly descended down, and made that.
Back whenever they still did that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
somebody had to go and ruin it.
That's. Thanks, Owen.
I saw you not want to laugh at that.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's dude. I have a sick sense of humor. Like nobody gets it in my house. Like because I'm the big pro wrestling fan, but my kids will start aggravating me, and I'll be like, Alexa, play Chris Benoit's theme music.
No.
And they'll be like, Daddy, what's this? I'm like, just listen and enjoy it.
Listen, you're about to find out.
I know.
But man, you got to have a sense of humor, man. You got to be able to have a sense of humor.
You don't have any workout equipment around your house, right?
No. I got a couple Bibles.
You're gonna need to read those.
Just to make sure you're not defending your heavyweight championship this Sunday, correct? Like you're not supposed to be defending your heavyweight championship this Sunday.
Well, that's rude. That's rude. This is South quick.
Hey man, you got to have fun with it, but you got to have a sense of humor. So Starrcade '97, Sting. That's my all-time favorite entrance.
I feel like it's a great place to wrap that up. That segment. So I guess we're about to head into the final kind of segment here, where I just want to give you the floor to really kind of give any kinds of words of wisdom or advice to not just anybody even in the wrestling business, but in life. Like what are some important things and words you live by, and and something that maybe any listener out there right now might need to hear, if that makes sense.
Just in life, remember your humility. Be humble, no matter where you come from. Just remain humble in everything that you do. And if anything is, no matter what idea you have, no matter what passion you may have, that passion is instilled within you for a reason, so that no matter what anybody says against it, no matter what comes up against it, it's meant to be pursued and pursued to the fullest. So shut the haters up, shut them down, and pursue your passion, because it's all worth it in the end.
Phenomenal.
Well said. I mean, stout to the point.
Because I've seen a bunch of guys be told they can't do, like you said, or you can't do this, or it will never happen. And I've seen it happen. So
just like how you totally can't pay Cam's mortgage, you won't.
Yeah, about that. Let me pay mine first.
He said, "Let me let you know that's not gonna
I'll call you back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes."
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you so much for giving us your time and joining us and, talking with us, man, because I know I've said it 4 or 5 times. I'll say it again. I'll say it until I can't. The point of this podcast is to spread the love of wrestling, indie wrestling, wrestlers, people in the business. And so we really appreciate what you're doing, just running PCW and having such great content and, such an amazing platform for all these new talent and old talent and just guys to, do their thing. And so anybody listening, please show love, show support to any of your local wrestling, even if you're not where we're from, because this is one of the first people who isn't local to us in Augusta, Georgia. I mean, we're trying to do great things here on the podcast, and it's because of guys like you that we can do that. So once again, thank you so much for all that you do and giving us your time.
Gentlemen, I appreciate you opening up your platform to me. Definitely get out. I encourage anybody to get out and support, even if it's a quote unquote bad show, right? Get out and support local independent wrestling, because you never know. You never know who you're going to see for $5, $10, $15 today. It's going to be $50, $100, $200 down the road. So remember where they get the start, because it's in all of our local companies. So any support every local indie you can. And gentlemen, I appreciate you opening up your platform for me. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, thank you for coming on, and love to have you come back, talk some more, hear some more about PCW, whatever y'all have going on in the future. Love to have some of your guys come on and hear about them and their story, and put themselves over here. That's what
you let me know who you want. I'll make it happen.
Well, all right, hey,
let's
do it, bro.
Yeah.
So, man, like I said again, thank you very much.
Everybody be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff, not only to our page, but to Palmetto Championship Wrestling. You said you're PCW Pro
of SC.
PCW of SC on all the platforms. So give them, all the same love and stuff. But I reckon that's where we'll wrap it up. So thank y'all for listening to episode 6 of the Indy Ring Bros.
Appreciate you guys.